Hey guys, today I'm going to be giving you my Arsenal foot and Premier League and just general football predictions, and then I'm going to be comparing them to the predictions that I got when I asked AI. So let's get just right into it. First, we have my predictions, and we're going to start with Arsenal. I think the player of the season is just easily going to be Bukayo Saka. I mean, he was amazing last year despite being injured. Still one of the best players in the Prem by stats, by just skill in general. I think he's absolutely got it. Of course, Gyökeres could definitely challenge him for that. I sure hope he can at least. Next is the young player of the season, and I think I'm just gonna have to go with Miles Lewis Skelly. I mean, he's our star boy. He's amazing on defense. Only I think not even 18 yet. Maybe he's 18. And he's just absolutely killing it. He's a starter. So I think absolutely he'll be the young player of the season. Next, my prediction for goal of the year is just a Saka top corner volley outside the box. Just amazing stuff. I think he can. I think he's absolutely got the potential to do that. I think it would be an amazing goal. Next, the top scorer. I think it's not even like a competition here. There's no competition. It's just Gyökeres. Of course, we had nobody go over 10 goals last season, which is kind of insane. But I think that's not even going to be a problem for Gyökeres. He proved himself in the Champions League last year. Everybody's talking about, Portuguese league, it's a farmers league, whatever. Like, it's not even competitive. But that doesn't matter because even when he was playing in the Champions League, I think he played like 8 matches, scored 5 goals. So I could be very wrong, but something like that. I mean, but I know for sure he was amazing in the Champions League as well. It's the highest stage, the best club competition in the world, and he was still absolutely killing it in there. So I don't see why he can't then do it in the Premier League. Next is the top assister. And so a lot of people might say, oh, Odegaard, Declan Rice, but I honestly, I'm a huge fan of Martin Zubamendi. I'm a big fan. I think he's going to do better than Odegaard. I think maybe even better than Rice. Certainly on assists. I mean, Rice is a better offensive player, I'd say. But, of course, Odegaard didn't have the best season otherwise. Or didn't have his best season last season. But I think I think he's definitely going to be better this year. But honestly, I just don't think he's going to be as good as Zubamendi. He's amazing. I mean, we already saw the preseason game where he had an incredible assist to Gyökeres on the header. And I think he's just going to be doing that all season. So next is the best signing. And I think it's just easily going to be Gyökeres as well. Well, not easily. I think Zubamendi's going to be great. I think there are going to be a lot of other players that are really great for their value, of course, especially Norgard. I mean, getting him at 10 mil is just insane to me. But I think if we're just talking about overall who performs the best, it's going to be Gyökeres. He's our big signing, the strike we've needed. I think he's just going to ball out. Yeah. Next, to the best defender, I think it's going to be Gabriel. I think he was last year as well. I think 23, 24, or wait, 20 or 22, 23, 23, 24, those seasons. I think Saliba, he was more consistent, just better overall. But last season, I mean, Gabriel, he turned it up. He stopped making those mistakes. He became so much more consistent, and I think that made him better than Saliba, and I think that is going to continue into this year. Next is our best midfielder, and I guess I did end up saying that I thought Declan Rice would overall be better than Martin Zubamendi. I mean, he can score so many goals outside the box, free kicks. I mean, he's doing set pieces as well. It's a big advantage, and I think he's just amazing at all those. The 2 Champions League goals were something else against Real Madrid. And yeah, he's just a great scorer as well as a great assister. So I think he's going to be the best overall. And lastly, for the best positions, best attacker is going to be Bukayo Saka, a predicted player of the season. for the same reasons. I mean, he's amazing up front. He's getting as many assists as the midfielders, getting as many goals as the attackers. He's just all around perfect, like a really great player. He hopefully won't be injured. He was injured last season, so he wasn't able to show off his he wasn't able to perform to his very best ability. But hopefully next year, that won't happen, and he will be able to do that. Next is the most underrated, and I think it's just easily Miles Lewis-Skelly. I see people, I mean, not always, but I do see a lot of people on Instagram, on YouTube, whatever, in comments saying, like, who is this guy? He's like, not good. They were glazing him as Arsenal fans. But, I mean, he was amazing in the Premier League last season. I think he was the top, like, he had, like, 100% in some stats. He was the number one in a lot of stats. I mean, I don't know how people don't see it. But if we're talking about within Arsenal fans, maybe not. I think they know how good he is. But just in general, everybody does not rate him, and I have no clue why not. He is so underrated. And lastly, unfortunately, the biggest disappointment, I think if we don't sell him, it's going to be Martinelli. We saw it in the preseason. We've seen it last year. He's just, I don't know what's happened to him, but he's just not playing very well recently. Hasn't been scoring, hasn't been assisting. He ends up just like standing there with the ball and passing it away a lot, I see. And I went with some backups in case these players got sold, because the transfer window's not finished yet. It could be Trossard, for similar reasons to Martinelli, honestly, since they often play in the same position. And otherwise, Odegaard, although I don't think he's going to be a disappointment. I think this year he'll make his comeback. He'll start playing better and do much better than last year. But, I mean, if I had to pick, I guess it would be him. Next is the table prediction for the Premier League. And I know it's going to be impossible to see that with the YouTube quality, so I have it pulled up here. So, of course, I'm not going to try and hide the fact that I'm going to show bias throughout these predictions. They're my predictions. They're not, like, following all the statistics or whatever. No, it's just, like, what I think. And, of course, that's going to mean that I think the champions are going to be Arsenal. I think they're going to finally do it this season. Their signings have been amazing already. They already look amazing. We signed so many players. I mean, we didn't spend last summer. This was our big spending summer, and we absolutely killed it, especially if we get that left winger towards the end of the transfer window now. I think it'll make it an 11 out of 10 transfer window. So good. Andre Alberta masterclass. But next, I think it'll be Liverpool. I think a lot of the statistics say that they are going to win, but I think there's no way Chelsea or City, I don't think there's any way they finish above Liverpool. I think Liverpool, honestly, I definitely see there could be a 4-team title race between those 4 teams. But I think that Arsenal and Liverpool are they're on like a different level than Chelsea and City. Not like a significant difference, but they're just not quite as good. I don't see them challenging quite as much. But next is Chelsea, obviously. I think they've had a better transfer window than Man City. I feel like everybody's been glazing City. They were saying, oh, their comeback, they made all these signings. But honestly, I don't really see it happening. They had like one of their worst seasons in a long time last season, although 4th obviously isn't bad, or 3rd, I forget what they got. But I just don't see them going above Chelsea or Liverpool. And I just don't rate I really don't rate their transfer window as much as everybody else does, I think. But next is going to be Newcastle. I personally think they're going to go out of the Champions League pretty quick. Without Isak, I just don't think they'll hold up in such a intense competition. So I think they'll be able to focus on the Premier League. I think they'll still be able to do good. And I mean, we've seen them play without Isak already. And I know I just said they wouldn't be able to do as good as in the Champions League without him. But that's not to say that they don't still look really, really good without Isak. I mean, it was a very close game between us and them in the preseason. Um, they tied Aston Villa, who are looking really good this season, just earlier today. I know. Wait, actually reminds me. I know that the Premier League has started when I recorded this video. I think there's been through 4 games played, but I made these predictions before. I procrastinated a little bit and waited to put this out, so that's on me. But these predictions were all made before, anyways. But I do think that Newcastle will be able to retain their spot of fifth, get the Champions League again. I don't think they're gonna fall behind Aston Villa because they definitely looked like the much better side, despite them tying in the game today. Next is obviously Aston Villa. I definitely don't see United finishing above them after the season they had last season, even with all the signings. I know they've had a banger transfer window. It's been very good. But I don't see them getting that. I don't see them beating Aston Villa. I don't see them getting like top 6. And I also don't see them, Aston Villa, getting in front of Newcastle or any of the top 4. I just don't see it happening. And next is United. I think they definitely had an amazing transfer window, as I said. Cunha, Mbeumo, Šeško. I mean, yeah, they've cooked, honestly. I can't lie. Even though I don't like them. But I think they definitely have what it takes to at least get 7th. And next, I have Brighton. I know they haven't done much this transfer window, but I think they're still a good team. I really like their team, their squad. And I don't think Tottenham are beating them. Maybe Bournemouth I could see, honestly. Forest if they have another good season, but I think they're gonna retain their spot of eighth, which they got last season. Next is Tottenham. I personally definitely don't rate their transfer window as much as I rate United's. I think they've done okay, but just not like they haven't really done as good as a lot of the other teams. They obviously had a terrible season last season. Now they've also sold Son, although I know he's old. He's getting older now. He wasn't doing much last season, anyways. They had the James Maddison got injured. And I think they're going to be focused on the Champions League as well, since they somehow managed to get Champions League. But yeah, I just don't think they're going to do that great in the Premier League yet. Maybe they'll start to bounce back from that last season in a couple more seasons, but I think they're going to finish around 9th. And next is Bournemouth. I want to say I really love Semenyo. I think he's a great striker. I think he's going to do wonders for them. He's going to be really good. Maybe even like 20 plus goals. I might be exaggerating there, but I think he's super good. I mean, I already saw it just earlier. I was watching them play, or just yesterday I was watching them play Liverpool. He looked amazing. He scored 2 goals. Yeah, I really rate him. I think the rest of their squad is decent too. They obviously really challenged Liverpool until they scored 2 in like the 88th and 93rd minute to win it. But they seriously look like they could have beat them. So yeah, I think they're gonna do good. They could definitely even go up to like 8th. I think. Next is Forest. So we all know how they had a very great season last year. I think the season before they were 17th, 16th. Then all of a sudden they finished 7th last year. But I might have a little bias here since Crystal Palace is my second favorite team, and of course they very controversially stole their Europa League spot. But I think last season was a pretty lucky season. I don't think it's going to be quite as good. They have the Europa League this season now to focus on. I don't think they're better than any of the teams above them. I think they'll sit around 11th. And last in the mid-table is Fulham. Honestly, they haven't made many changes. I think they're just gonna sit mid-table. I don't know. I feel like they have to um, make some changes. I don't know, put some life into the team. I think to get any better, and I don't think they've done that. So I think 12th is a good spot for them. Next is Crystal Palace. And don't get me wrong here. I love their team. I think or their squad. I think they have a really great shot of winning the Conference League. Definitely my favorites to win it. But I think because of the Conference League, they will be focused on that. And unfortunately, it does seem like they're going to get rid of Eze. They sold Gehi. So yeah, I just don't think they'll be able to do better than 13th. But honestly, I think 13th, if they can win a European trophy after winning their first trophy in 122 years last season with the FA Cup, and then winning the Community Shield over Liverpool. I was so happy. I think a European trophy to top that all off. It's gonna be it's like prime Crystal Palace. But I think about 13th in the Premier League. Yeah. So next is Everton. I once again I think Jack Grealish, obviously he could definitely do good there. But I don't think he's gonna do enough for them to do better than like Crystal Palace. But I don't see them getting like relegated or anything. I think they just stay as a lower table team for now. Next is West Ham. Honestly, kind of same thing as Everton and Fulham. I don't see them really changing from where they placed last season. Next is Brentford. I think Mbeumo absolutely carried Brentford last season. They've also lost Norgard, who was so underrated there. So I think they're just I think they're not gonna do good. This is gonna be a very bad season for them. I do hope they can bounce back. They can next season make some signings to replace the players that they've lost, which they just haven't done this year. But if we're talking about this season, I think it's gonna be 16th or lower, honestly. Next, we have Sunderland. Now, I know this one may be controversial. I know a lot of people think Sunderland are going to finish 20th. It's a very common theory. But for a relegation, or from a newly promoted team, I really, really rate their squad. I love Granit Xhaka, obviously, as an Arsenal fan. I think he's going to do so good there. I think he's going to be really underrated. And obviously, they just showed that earlier, a couple hours ago for me. When they beat, West Ham. They beat them 3-0. I mean, it was a great start into the season. They looked super, super good. They looked, for a newly promoted team. And I don't see them getting relegated, honestly. I think they have a really, really great chance. Better than Leeds and much better than Burnley. So, yeah, I'm very excited. I would be very excited if they avoided relegation. I think they deserve it. Next, the only relegated team that wasn't in the championship last year, Wolves. I mean, they lost Cunha. They were already like a relegation team. They were bad. They really battled last season, and they only finished above Tottenham, other than the relegated teams. And that's not much. That's not a high bar, and I think without Cunha, they stand no chance. I think they're definitely getting relegated. It's not going to be a good season for them. They didn't replace him. And so, yeah, I think relegation. Next is Leeds. Obviously a newly promoted side. I just don't think they've done enough to stay out of relegation. But, yeah. And other than that, Burnley, the last team, 20th. I really don't rate their squad that much. I know they've made a lot of signings, but I don't really like them, honestly. So yeah, I just see them getting relegated. Now on to domestic cups. I think that Liverpool is going to win the Carabao Cup. I know a lot of people are predicting the domestic I don't know, like quadruple, I guess, with the Community Shield. I don't even know. But a lot of people think they're going to win everything. And I think that's fair. I think they're just they have the highest chance of winning something like the Carabao Cup. So yeah, I got them winning that. Next, I have the FA Cup, and I honestly think the FA Cup is really going to be it's going to be a really big toss-up. I honestly think it could be Arsenal, it could be Liverpool, it could be Chelsea, City, Newcastle. It could truly be anybody. It could be Crystal Palace again, even. But I just went with Arsenal. I like Arsenal. But I definitely think it's a big toss-up. Could be anybody, honestly. I'm honestly very excited to see what happens. But lastly, the Community Shield, the FA Cup winner and the Premier League winner, I think I'll have Liverpool winning that. I like Arsenal, but I think Liverpool have a very good squad as well, and I think we'll be tired. Our squad will be tired because. Well, you'll see later, but I have us winning the Champions League, not the championship. We're not relegated, but I think they can win. They'll win that, and they can win that. If we win everything else that I have us winning, I think that's fine. But yeah. Next, as I was talking about before, Champions League, Arsenal. I think it is their year to win a European trophy. I think. I love our squad. I think we could. I think like PSG last year, they beat us. They've I don't even know what to say about PSG. I do want to talk about them. They've kind of fallen off. I feel like it's all of a sudden they're everybody's yeah, Chelsea, they're getting crushed, and everybody includes me. Tottenham, it's gonna be an obliteration, 5-0 or something, and then somehow Chelsea wins. And they pull one of the craziest comebacks I've ever seen as a pretty new soccer fan or football fan. To beat Tottenham, almost miraculously. I just don't know what happened to them, and I don't think they're going to be winning the Champions League next year. I think at least the Championship League or the Champions League. I keep missaying that. I don't think they're winning it. I think we definitely can beat Barcelona. We can beat Real Madrid. We can beat Inter, Liverpool in such a high-stakes competition. I think this is our year, as the Arsenal fans say. So yeah, I have us winning that. Next is the Europa League. I was really considering Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, but I think Porto. They have a great squad, and I don't see any reason why they can't win it. So yeah. But next, the Conference League, I think absolutely Crystal Palace are my favorites to win it. They were supposed to be in the Europa League until Nottingham Forest cheated them out of it. But I really think they're definitely going to win that. I think that's going to be very exciting to watch. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. Next, the Super Cup, the Europa League winner versus the Champions League winner. I think Arsenal would obviously be the favorites if these predictions were true, and I think we can turn up in the big games this year. I really think we can do that. Next is the other leagues from the Big Five leagues. We have La Liga. I think it's gonna be Barcelona again. They're obviously their squad is amazing right now. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha. All their players, they're super good. I don't think Real Madrid is gonna have their comeback season or whatever. I know their fans love to talk about the remontada, but I don't think they're gonna be having any kind of comeback season. I think it's just gonna be Barcelona winning that. Next is the Serie A. I think Napoli are gonna go and win it again as well. Wait, actually, I think I have every league is the winners from last year, which I know is a little mundane, but I think Napoli, they've gotten Kevin De Bruyne as well. I really rate him. He's a very good player. Yeah, even though he's getting old, I think he's still gonna turn up at Napoli. I think he'll be really good. And I think they'll win it again. Next is the Bundesliga, and I think it's going to be Bayern Munich again. I like Bayern Munich. I like their squad. Michael Olise, Harry Kane. Harry Kane's still very, very good. He's still one of the best strikers in Europe. And yeah, I don't think there's really much competition in the Bundesliga anyways, let's be honest. And next to our Farmers League, Ligue 1, PSG, I mean, there's not any competition in that league. It's not a challenge. PSG have it's got to be like an 100% chance of winning it. So, yeah. PSG for Ligue 1, or for Ligue 1. Next, for the other major European domestic cups, Copa del Rey, it'll be Barcelona. Once again, I think they're going to do the domestic double again, just like they did last year. Or triple, domestic triple. I think... I just don't think the other teams really... I don't think they have a better chance than Barcelona for any of these, for sure. Next, the Supercopa de España. Once again, Barcelona. Yeah, I just think they're going to win that. Next, the Coppa Italia. I think Inter got it. Napoli's going to be focused on the league. Obviously, Inter, they got absolutely battered in the Champions League final, but they did make it to the Champions League final. They beat Barcelona. I think they definitely... I think they're definitely going to win at least one trophy this year somewhere. I don't think they're going to absolutely fall off, so I think they got the Coppa Italia. And then the Supercoppa Italiana, Napoli, they've got it over Inter, personally. I just think they have a better squad, just like their squad is better. So in a singular match, I think Napoli got them. Next, the DFB Pokal. I think Leverkusen. I know they've been doubted. Like Ten Hag has been doubted there. Maybe they won't have such a good season, but I really think they are going to win at least one trophy. I don't want just to have all the teams win all the trophies in their country. With Bayern Munich, PSG, Barcelona. But I hope Leverkusen doing that. I think they will. I like Leverkusen. I think they're good, but yeah. Next, the DFL Super Cup. I think Bayern Munich, I think they just beat Leverkusen. They have a better squad, one singular game once again. I think Bayern Munich are certainly at least more likely to win it. And next, our Farmers League trophies, the Coupe de France, PSG, and the Trophée des... you know what? I'm not even going to try and pronounce the French words. I already tried a French accent just now. I'm sure it wasn't good. I'm not even going to try. Because I'm sure the pronunciation is like... I don't even know, something crazy. But yeah, anyways, enough yapping. PSG for both of them. It's a Farmers League. Next, the individual English awards. I think the Golden Boot, Gyökeres, of course. I think he's got it. I know everybody's doubting him, but I just don't see why. I think it'd be awesome if he won it. I think he absolutely could win it. I think he should win it. I just think he's got it. Golden Boot, Victor Gyökeres. The player of the year, though, I think Salah. He's been so good recently. Just incredible. I think just overall player of the year. He's obviously he's got assists as well. Really good performances. This is going to be Salah. Next, the young player of the year. He's nominated this year as well. Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think people are going to hopefully start to also realize, not Arsenal fans are going to start to realize as well that he's just how good he is. I think if he doesn't win it this year, he definitely should win it next year. He's so good. So yeah, absolutely. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Next, the footballer of the year. Once again, Mohamed Salah. He's been so good recently. I don't think he's stopping anytime. Well, I don't think he's stopping next season. He's getting a little older. But I think he's in his prime right now. He's so good. Next, the Playmaker Award. We saw it in all last season. Well, not all last season. Cole Palmer was melting at one point, but We did see it last season. We saw it in tournaments as well. Palmer, he's an amazing playmaker. Obviously, I respect him, of course. He's super good. I think he definitely gonna win the. I think he definitely might win the playmaker award. And next is the Golden Glove. I think the three-peat David Raya, obviously, is so good. Maybe not the best keeper in the Premier League. I know Alisson's good, but in my opinion, he is the best keeper in the Premier League. He's definitely. I think he's got the three-peat for sure. So good. Lastly is the manager of the season, Slot. What he's done with Liverpool is obviously just amazing. Made him arguably into the best team in Europe right now. Well, actually, maybe not arguably. I think it's PSG or maybe Barcelona. But I mean, the bottom line is that Liverpool is a very, very, very good team right now. I think he's going to get manager of the season next year. Yeah, very good. Coach. Manager, not coach. Okay, wait, I don't know what I'm talking about. On to the next thing. Other European awards. Ballon d'Or. Once again, Salah. Same reasons. He's amazing. Men's Player of the Year. The UEFA Men's Player of the Year. I'm going to say Kylian Mbappe. I mean, I want to switch it up. I don't want a Salah for every category here. But obviously Mbappe, he's also amazing. He's been amazing recently. I think he's just gonna keep scoring, all that. I think he's definitely gonna win the Player of the Year. Him or Salah at least. Next is the Champions League top scorer, Victor Gyökeres. I just think he's gonna score so many goals this season. Goals. Champions League, obviously, we even saw it at Sporting with a much worse team than Arsenal has. He scored so many goals for the amount of games that he played in the Champions League specifically. I think he'll do it just even better this year at Arsenal. So I think he'll definitely be the top scorer, especially if we can win it. We'll play all the games. Yeah. Next is the Champions League Young Player of the Season. I mean, honestly, I don't know if Lamine Yamal qualifies for it because he's also the normal player of the season because he's just that good. I don't know. I thought I heard about some weird qualification stuff, but I think obviously he's the best young player in the world right now. Just based off raw skill, I think for his age, if we're considering age, players younger than him, then I mean there's a lot of other good players, but I do think he will win that if he meets all the qualifications. Next is surprise of the season. I think maybe not as surprising to Arsenal fans, but to all the other fans, Max Dowman. I personally think people are like, oh yeah, he'll play in the Carabao Cup for a game or whatever. I think he's going to be playing Premier League. He might even start some. I mean, if Saka is out, maybe Madueke or Nwaneri, but honestly, Max Dowman could definitely be a sub for either of them. Maybe even start. I don't know what Arteta will do, but I think, this preseason, at some points when we lost the 2 games, he was genuinely looking like the best player on the pitch. I'm not even exaggerating. As a 15-year-old, nearly born in 2010, he was absolutely looking like the best player on the pitch in some of those games. He is so good. He won us the game-winning penalty. I just genuinely think he'll be able to. He definitely has the talent to start for many of the relegation teams, and honestly, maybe even Arsenal, at least for a couple games. Next, the flops of the season. I have Florian Wirtz. I like Florian Wirtz, but I just don't. Everybody's gassing him up. He's obviously the most expensive transfer in Premier League history, but I don't think he's going to be that good to be worth that price tag. It's just an insane price tag. Not saying he'll be bad, but I don't think he'll be that good. And next is Brian Mbeumo. I like him. He had an amazing season last year. He absolutely carried Brentford. But, he's going to United. See, his career's over. No, I'm kidding, but I think he'll still start, but he just won't have much impact on that team. Many less goals, many less assists, less than he could do on Brentford, especially since he was the star there. I guess if you consider that a flop, then I think he will be a flop. So next, moving on to the ChatGPT predictions. These will be quicker because I don't really have an explanation for them, just going over them. But ChatGPT predictions, here we go. So for Arsenal, they had Victor Gyökeres, player of the season, over Saka. Young player of the season, also picked Miles Lewis-Skelly, similar to me. Goal of the year, similar goal, but just with Gyökeres, other than Saka, which I picked. I think that's obviously, there's a very good chance of that happening. I think it'd be a great goal as well. Top scorer, Victor Gyökeres. We can agree on that. Top assister, he's got Saka. I think that's totally fair. He's an amazing assister on the right wing. Best signing, Victor Gyökeres. Best defender, he has Saliba. I don't know why I keep saying he. ChatGPT. It has Saliba over Gabriel. I think that's fair. I think it could definitely happen. I like Saliba, of course. So yeah, fair enough. The midfielder, he has. Gosh, I keep saying he. I can't be calling robots with pronouns. I gotta stop this. It chose Martin Zubimendi. I love that prediction. I would love to see Martin Zubimendi be the best player in our midfield. I think he definitely could. I mean, yeah, he's a great player. Best attacker, it has Saka, same as me. I agree fully. Although I don't know how he could have the best attacker be Saka and also think the player of the season is going to be Gyökeres. But I don't know, whatever. Most underrated, Christian Norgard. And yeah, this is absolutely my number 2. He is so underrated just in the Premier League in general in football. He is genuinely one of the most underrated players. I know he's not obviously it's not obviously he's one of the best players in the world and people don't realize it, but he is so much better than people think he is. £10 million transfer for him is absolutely insane to me. I mean, he is such a good player. And then the biggest disappointment, it has Odegaard. This would make me sad, but honestly, I could definitely see it happening. I sure hope not, but yeah, that's what it has. Next, it has its Premier League prediction. I have it here. So it has Liverpool winning, which is fair enough. I mean, the stats say it. Liverpool pretty likely to win. Next it has Arsenal, not 4 times in a row in second. I don't think I could take it. I can't see it happening this way. But that's what it's picked. In addition to probably everybody else. Next it's got Chelsea and City. I agree with that. Next it's got Man United. I'm honestly really surprised they have them so high, but I mean, you know what? I could see it happening. That's fair enough. Next, Aston Villa, same place I had them. Yeah, fair enough. Then Tottenham, I don't think they're going to be doing that good. But once again, I wish they were getting relegated or something. But I could see it happen. I could see Tottenham do that good. And next is Newcastle. I honestly don't know why they put Newcastle so low. I mean, sure, it's the Champions League. They've lost Isak. But I think a lot of people are exaggerating how bad their squad is without Isak. It's obviously he's an amazing player. Their squad is much better with him. But it's not like they're going to get relegated without Isak. Or, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating. But, it's not like they're going to suddenly become a mid-table club without Isak. I think the rest of their squad is still super good. Gordon, Elanga, Dan Burn. I don't know the players off the top of my head, but no, they still have a really great squad. I don't think they're gonna just plummet all of a sudden without him. Next, Brighton. I think that's very fair. I think I was being pretty generous, giving them 8. It was more just I was struggling to order them because I don't know. I was just struggling to order them, the teams in that section. But I think Brighton ninth, definitely that's fair. Next is Bournemouth, right where I had them, I believe. 10th. I think I agree with that. I think they could do that or better. I really rate Semenyo, as I said. So yeah, I think it's a very fair pick. And next is Everton. I'm surprised I put them so high. I mean, I guess if Jack. I mean, honestly, a lot of it depends on how Jack Grealish does there. I think. But I mean, yeah, I could see it. I could see it happening. Yeah. Next is Fulham. I believe that's also right where I had them. So yeah, I mean, I agree. For the same reasons I had them there. And the next is Crystal Palace. Once again, same place where I had them. Same reasons. Yeah. Next is Wolves. They have them over Forest, which is honestly really shocking to me. Well, it's once again the same thing where people think Forest is going to plummet like Newcastle did. But, I mean, I just don't see it. They really didn't. I mean, I could be forgetting someone, but I don't think they really lost like that many important players, super important players. I think maybe if they lost, if they actually transferred Morgan Gibbs-White to Tottenham, it could be a different story. But I mean, they didn't. I think he's the best player on their squad. I really like him, and I think as long as he's there, they're not going to instantly drop back to almost like almost in a relegation race. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see that. Next is West Ham, and once again, I think that is the same place where I had them. Same reasons, yeah. Next to the club, they have avoiding relegation is Leeds. I think if it's any club other than Sunderland, any of the new promotion clubs other than Sunderland, that'll make it up. Yeah, it's definitely Leeds over Burnley. I think Burnley do have the worst squad out of those teams. I don't really see them doing well. They already lost. I think earlier today they lost. I think it was to Tottenham. I think it was 2-0. Honestly, I don't remember, but I remember they lost their game earlier today. I could be with a totally different team, but yeah, and I think it's gonna be a lot more of that for the rest of the season. So fair enough to have them there. Next, Brentford. Wait, I was still talking about Leeds. I wasn't even talking about Burnley yet. But whatever, ignore that. Brentford, in 18th. Honestly, I mean, I could see it. I was just talking about how losing one player doesn't make they're going to plummet. I think Brentford is a different story just because of how much Mbeumo was absolutely carrying them. I mean, he was the lifeblood of that club, and he left, and they didn't even replace him. And as well as Norgard, I think I could see them getting relegated. Next, Burnley, which I was already yapping about enough earlier, but yeah, I think they're gonna finish 20th. I don't think they're gonna beat Sunderland at all. Nowhere near them. But yeah, I mean 19th, fair enough. Lastly, in 20th they have Sunderland. I think that's crazy. I think Sunderland are. I mean, I have seen this prediction a lot, which honestly shocks me. But yeah, I just don't see Sunderland getting 20th. I mean, I really like their squad. I think Granit Xhaka especially was such a good signing, especially for the price. He's so Premier League proven, and I know he's getting old, but I think he's still got a lot. I think he's still got time in him. At least this. I mean, at the very least, he's gonna. It's not like he's gonna fall off this season from age. I think he's still gonna be able to play really well. And that's. I mean, that's not just going for him. It's for the rest of the squad too. I don't see them finishing 20th at all. I mean, relegated. I mean, it's been where the newly promoted clubs get relegated recently, but all get relegated recently. But yeah, I mean, I could see it happening. But 20th, Not really. And next, domestic cups. It has Liverpool winning everything. I mean, fair enough. It seems that's what everybody has predicted recently. But yeah, I sure hope not. Next, it's got PSG for the championship. Gosh, I keep calling it the Champions League. And yeah, I mean, I could see it, but with their recent results, I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's just two game. It's just a 2 game thing, but they were not good those last 2 game. The last two major games, the Club World Cup final and the Super Cup and the Super Cup game. They were so bad. I mean, it honestly just I don't really understand it at all because they were like one of the best teams Europe. It felt like they were one of the best teams Europe has ever seen. The other two, or the entire other time in the season, and then they just fell off. Like I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I guess I could see it. Maybe it's just a 2 game thing, but I don't know. Next, they have Porto, same as me. I agree. And then for the Conference League, they have Fiorentina. And honestly, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't really know too much about their squad, but I think they're decent. I think if Crystal Palace doesn't win it, they have a good chance. But I think Crystal Palace is just easily the best team in that pool. I think they've already won 2 trophies and are real high right now. I think they definitely win it, but I mean, I guess. And then the Super Cup, they have PSG. I mean, fair enough. If PSG win it, I don't think Porto is beating them. But you never know because Tottenham nearly beat them, which still blows my mind. But yeah, of course, bottle jobs couldn't finish it off. Next, the other European League winners: Barcelona, Napoli, Bayern, PSG, all the same as me. Just every team that won it last year winning it again for the AI. I mean, I guess fair enough. Next, they have Barcelona double. What I'm realizing, I think they have all the exact same teams as me once again. I think we picked exactly the same, which is interesting. But yeah, so I mean, I guess I don't really have to go over it then, but obviously I agree. I agree with the predictions. I think it's good predictions for the same reasons I said earlier. Next, individual English awards: Premier League Golden Boot, Erling Haaland. Honestly, I'd be surprised. I feel like I don't know why. I just feel like nobody was talking about him last year. I mean, that doesn't mean he was bad, but I don't think he was as good. I don't think he's gonna get better next year. I think that's fair to say. I don't think he's gonna. I personally don't think he's gonna be better than he was last year. And I don't think he outscores Gyökeres. I really like Gyökeres. I think he's gonna win it, not Haaland. Next, the PFA Player of the Year, Saka. I like that prediction. I think I could see it happening. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that'd be awesome, honestly, if that happened. Next, it's got the Young Player of the Year as Miles Lewis-Skelly. Absolutely agree. That'd be awesome. Footballer of the Year, Salah. Same as me. Playmaker award, Palmer. I agree with that as well. Golden Glove, Alisson. I mean, yeah, it's definitely between him and Alisson, or him and Raya as the best 2 goalkeepers in the Prem. But I think, Raya's already gotten 2 in a row. I think the 3-peat is almost inevitable. I hope it's inevitable. But I mean, yeah, if it's anyone other than Raya, it's gonna be Alisson, I think. And then lastly, it has the Manager of the Season as Arne Slot, same as me. Same reasons I agree. Then it's got Ballon d'Or, Jude Bellingham, which is, I think, kind of out of the blue for Ballon d'Or and Player of the Year in Europe. I don't really see it. I don't think he's been playing that well enough to be the best in Europe right now. And, the Ballon d'Or best in the world. Absolutely not. Not that he's bad, obviously, once again. But no, I just don't see that. Champions League top scorer, Mbappe, which is kind of surprising to me. I don't think Real Madrid have much of a chance of winning the Champions League next year. Obviously they have the best Champions League heritage in the world, but I think there's a decent chance they get eliminated. Not early, but decently before the final, and if so, I don't think he has any chance. But to be fair, if he makes it to the final, makes it to the semis, I think it's definitely possible he could win top scorer. He's a great striker, yeah. And last in the European awards, young player of the season, Lamine Yamal, same as me, as long as he's meets the requirements. And the last two predictions, surprise this season, Isak, if transferred to Liverpool and maintains form. Bookmakers and pundits consider him a top scorer candidate. I think, yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't say he's a surprise. I'm not sure if I really understood what that meant necessarily. But yeah, I agree with the prediction. I think he's going to be good, but I feel like he doesn't quite fit the surprise category. But whatever. Then lastly, has the flop of the season as Omar Marmoush. And yeah, I think that's actually a really underrated prediction. You kind of don't really think about him, but yeah, he was he kind of had his gosh, I can't speak. He had his big moment last season. Got goal this season. I don't think he's gonna get. He's not. It's not like he's. I don't think he's gonna win any awards. I don't think he's gonna be the best on this team. I think last season he's gonna be a lot better than he is gonna be this season. So, yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, that is all the predictions. So I want to say thank you so much for watching to the end of this video if you did, because I know I must have yapped by now for 50 minutes. Good Lord. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back soon. Maybe I'll make some more videos about football this season. And I think I'll probably make one at the end of the season, trying to or going over these predictions after the season's over. I would like to do that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.